Unfortunately, it's definitely something I still need to work on, and this is a bit indicative of that because you can see I had a couple of trades here where I definitely got in way too early. So let me just move this over a bit so I can show you. So you can see that this consolidated for quite some time at this just under this 146 level, at this 148, 145.90 level. And let me zoom in here. So after it bounced the hammer, I thought I would play this for the breakout of 146.20, which I thought was a pretty solid level here. You can see over here seemed to stop. There was a bit of a pullback, and then it dropped from there, and then there was this small pullback. Again, looking back, I don't think I had enough information here, and had I taken the whole picture in, I could see that this 50 SMA was still trending down, and we hadn't even tested it yet. So this was definitely early to be long, and unfortunately, I got stopped out here. This was a 0.5R stop out, and now this is where I start breaking my rules because that was a red trade after 6 trades. I should have stopped. Unfortunately, I didn't. I got a little what I call hyper focused on this stock, and I really thought it was going to bounce after it kept consolidating and actually bounced off here. So I saw it break now above this 50 SMA and above this 146.20 level. So I went long again. Unfortunately, it came back and I got stopped out over here. So now I'm definitely over trading. I took another trade, got stopped out for a loss, and at this point, the day is really starting to go south, and I've seen this happen before. I did take one more trade on this, as you can see, and this is my 10th trade of the day. I saw volume come in on this as it started to come up, so I got in and I managed to catch a positive move on this trade. So I got two semi-decent partials, but unfortunately it came back and it stopped me out. And at that point I said, that's it. I don't want to let this go any more south. I think after this 9th trade, I had gone from flat, and after these trades, I was now down almost negative 2R. This particular trade here, fortunately, brought me back up to negative 1.2R. And I said, you know what? I'm done. And here's the thing that makes stopping for the day at this point difficult sometimes, because as I move this chart over a bit, you'll see that almost immediately after I got stopped out at break even, this stock turned right around, and look, it completely shot up, and I missed this full $3 move. And in looking at that, I'm not upset about that. It's a little frustrating sometimes to look at that, but I'm actually happy with myself that I did finally say, look, enough is enough. Today's not my day. We'll take the negative 1.2R loss, and we live to fight tomorrow. And I did that despite watching this move all the way up. So that was my trading day. 10 trades. Definitely some rules broken, ended up red, but, overall, I could live with that. Now, before I kind of close off what has turned out to be a pretty long recap. Apologies. And as I mentioned at the beginning, this is probably the second or third video in this recap, as I'm going to break it up. I had mentioned that I did something that I'm not proud of, and you might have already guessed what that is, but I'm going to pull out plug again. And just before I recorded this, or as I was setting up to record this this recap, sorry, you might have heard my doorbell in the background there. I saw plug, had really, really moved up, and I was looking at it for a potential reversal, because I saw. Sorry, let me just. Okay, so I saw this. I saw this indecision. I saw this indecision candle here on the 5-minute chart. You can see here, and I was looking at the level 2, and I really did not see any. I didn't see any inventory. I didn't see anything coming in on the ask. I saw it very, very light, and I felt the stock was really extended for the day. As you can see, this is VWAP. It was really extended. It just had this really big move up, and there was some bids building up at that time. And I thought, you know what? Maybe this might be ripe for a reversal. So actually, I shouldn't say this indecision. I started looking at this here. And then I saw this volume come in on this upside down hammer. But this is actually when I started watching it, and you can see this VPOC level here. And I started watching it, and when I saw this indecision come in, I thought, and I, kind of confirmed a little bit with the level 2 action I was looking at. I thought, well, maybe I can play this for a quick scalp, a quick reversal. And some of you that are watching, I know you've heard me say scalp a couple of times. I'm, admittedly not really a scalper. Maybe at best it's a scalp trend momentum type trader. Because even on the scalps, I'm partialing out as opposed to, getting in and out like, a full scalp would be. But anyways, that's besides the point. I did watch this, and I took this trade at the break of this at the break of the bottom of this green candle here. And once it did, I got in. It came up on me a bit. I had my stop above the high a day here, so I had some room. It's a 25-cent stop, and fortunately, I was watching the price action, and if it broke above this particular candle, I was going to get out anyways with a max loss that was, like I said, above the high a day. Fortunately, it did start to sell off here, and then it began to waterfall over here, and I managed to catch a decent move and catch some solid partials for what ended up being a full 2R or almost a full 2R return. So, the trade worked out. But as I look back, although there were some indications here that this might work, I'm very disappointed that I actually took this trade, because I was done for the day. And I didn't see, that glaring indicator, which for a reversal, like this, I would look for at least the tweezers, if not an upside down hammer on really, really high volume that would have indicated, a full reversal, or at least a significant pullback. And when it's all said and done, even though this trade worked out, which was my 11th trade for the day, this is the stuff that makes for reinforcing really bad days. And I just thought I'd point that out. Fortunately, at this time, and sometimes they're going to work. Like some of you might be watching and say, hey, I make this work for me all the time. Hey, kudos to you. For me, I've learned that this is the stuff that really brings in some really, has brought in, sorry, in the past, some really bad days for me. And, I realize that this is not the type of trader I want to be. So this did bring me up to finishing the day at actually positive 0.5 R. But anyways, it is what it is. Take it for what it's worth. I want to be fully transparent with you guys. This trade worked out, but it's one I never should have taken. So that's it. That's all. That's the recap for the day. Like I said, I finished the day at positive 0.5 R, 11 trades, had 4 winners, 7 losers, and that is the recap for the day. Sorry again that it went long, but I really wanted to make sure I touched on everything for the day. Hopefully something in there is beneficial and helps you out. I really, really appreciate you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, please give the video a like. If you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button. That goes a long way in showing me that people out there find value in what I'm sharing. And turn on notifications if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. Until the next recap, this is AJ signing out. Cheers.